Yeah, so that happened. Not great. Welcome back to the shop. It's been a few days since we worked on the S10. I'll show you what we got done. It's been an interesting few days. I'll tell you more about that in just a bit. It's currently a balmy 11 degrees in the shop. It's been as low as -5. So it's been kind of hard to be out here. So haven't gotten as much done as I'd like to. Let's take a look at what we got done. Here's the dipstick tube that was in it. It's not the correct dipstick for this transmission or truck. And as a result, they had it held in with a bungee cord. They welded this little piece on here, had the bungee cord going from the firewall down to an AC line to hold it down. They welded it on, they knocked a hole in her, and the tube at the top isn't exactly round. They shaved down the side to get it to fit. So it spewed fluid everywhere. Yeah. And since it was so grimy, when I put the new dipstick tube down, I covered the end here with painter's tape, which worked great from keeping stuff getting in there. I had the hole in the transmission covered. But what I didn't take into account is when I got it down there, getting the tape off. And it wasn't fun. But got her off. Let's take a look at what we got done. Okay, new dipstick tube in. Wiring harness connected. New ignition system. Distributor, cap, rotor, wires, plugs. Put a new thermostat in it. All new radiator, heater hoses. Put a new water pump pulley, fan clutch, EGR, coolant temp sensor. What else? Blue painter's tapes reminded me I got to put a bolt in back there. Bolt I dropped and can't find. We'll find her eventually. So got that all done. Got the new negative battery cabling, cleaned up all the chassis grounds so that they're making good contact. They had apparently a problem with the headlight on this side, where they'd run a auxiliary ground over to this bracket that holds the ABS. So with the grounds cleaned up, that shouldn't be an issue anymore. What else did we get done? Seemed like did a lot. Of course, previous video we did the valve covers. But yeah, she's all back together, full of coolant. Just waiting for the temp to cooperate a little more. Get out here and not have tools stick to my hands. But yeah, I'll tell you about the kind of days we've been having. Got the steering shaft rebuilt. New coupler on it, so that had a lot of wiggle in it. Did some evaporust treatment to some bolts just to see how it would work. There's a comparison. These are shims from the passenger side. There's a get out of the way tube. There's a shim from the driver's side. You know, just stuff works pretty neat. There's a broken keeper for the upper control arm. And here's some that, you know, give the evaporust treatment to. Probably didn't need to, but clean them up really nice. I'm gonna hang on to these for spare. I got 4 new ones to go in. Let's compare some of the bolts. Just these threads were so rusty coming off with that nylock washer. It was a bear. So yeah, it's been an interesting few days. We'll start off with maybe the most frustrating part. I had 2 days of video with no audio. the media mod on my GoPro went bad, and I was out here, just doing video, working on the truck, catching a little video, working on the truck, catching a little video. And it's, it's a learning curve. I didn't check any of it, and I didn't have any audio. In fact, I've got a little clip where I'm talking about the evaporust, and you can just hear the audio just fade away. Maybe I'll put. So the battery tray's out, and the nuts for the upper control arm was in there too. And so I'm going to try some evaporust, if I can get the rust out of this battery tray before I paint it up. And then in the middle of that, my daughter called, and the pipes under her house froze. So in my rush to get out there, I somehow dropped my glasses and ran them over with the rig. So yeah, not looking so hot. Lens is all shattered, and it's been one of those couple of days. All the parts are here to get the suspension back in and to get all the steering linkage up. Got some new brake lines I'm going to put in, soft lines. Calipers look decent. They're not terrible calipers. I think they're the same ones that they used on the 3rd gen Camaro. Yeah, got quite a bit done. Oh yeah, new idler tensioner. Those were both bad. Just trying to make this a reliable little tow rig. Still got some connections to make over here. That goes to the intake harness, and this, I believe, goes to the hood light that, of course, never has a bulb in it, or your battery's always dead. Sorry, my nose is running because it's chilly out here. But yeah, we'll get still have to connect this down to the starter, get the old one off and connect it down. Found these reproduction factory style to replace that mess. Just trying to make her a little better and reliable. Just want to be able to jump in, twist the key, go do what I need to do. Yeah, that still got to clean up the top of the frame, but she should be good. The passenger side, a massive oil leak from both valve covers and that dipstick tube. Driver's side, I think, was just all valve cover, but we got those resealed. I think it went well. I'll tell you about a mistake I did make. So while the steering coupler was unhooked, you're not supposed to turn the steering wheel, and I think it got turned. I don't know if it got turned all the way, what have you. So I'm going to have to take this off and re-index the clock spring to make sure that we're centered up there. So it's coming along a little slower than I'd like, but I appreciate you sticking around, watching the progress. Yeah, still looking for a name for it. I'm not good at names, so let me know what you think. As always, thanks for watching. If you could leave a comment down below, that would certainly help. And if you could subscribe, that would mean the world. But once again, really, thank you for watching. And you have yourself a great day. If you're someplace where it's cold, stay warm.